Hello and welcome. This is Mama Jess with mamajess.com. Have you ever found yourself having just a moment of idle time and you look in one of the corners of your house or on a shelf or on a dresser and you realize it is piled up with like the massive miscellaneous and you wonder, how did it get there? What is going on? What do I need to do here? And yet you look at it and you walk away. You look at it every day almost, and it bothers you, and then you walk away. So this is a word of encouragement, or a word of reprimand, or a word of motivation. It's really important that you streamline your life periodically. Pass through your house and look at everything that you have not touched for a few years, maybe. But you might look at it and go, no, one day I'm going to get to that. And the reality is that you will not. You won't get to that. You won't get to all the other things. You won't get to probably most of what you even have talked about today. I know some people who are like project hoarders and they never finish them. They barely start them and they never finish. So today, Mama Jess wants to encourage you to at least take the top of one dresser somewhere, the top of a shelf, a corner somewhere, whatever it might be in your house where you know it's an issue. You know it's miscellaneous. It's a miscellaneous monster. And do all you can to get rid of it. Even if you have a box that says like donation, and maybe you'll feel better about getting rid of it. But one of the worst things we can do with our minds is clutter it with a bunch of things piled around that are ultimately our inability to make a decision. We don't know how to let stuff go. And that's where I really believe that we are very repressed with grief. Like we don't know how to grieve and let stuff go. And we have this capability in America just to hang on to so much trash. So by the time you're 80, which is, I've seen this, by the time you're 80 years old, you're a hoarder. You didn't mean to be, but you are, because you're looking at stuff like, oh, well, this was when I was, I was 35, and this was, oh, well, maybe I'll need this though. I don't know. Maybe I'll need it. And I know that there are people who talk about, depression, babies, those different kind of depression when people were in the depression, the historical depression. And there was perhaps a need to hang on to things. I think it's reasonable to assess, what do you need to hang on to? What would actually be reasonable and useful? But otherwise, it's really important that you sit down with yourself and really say, like, am I going to read this? Am I really going to read this book? Am I really going to do this recipe? Am I really, truly? It's been sitting here for months or years, and I've not done it. And what I find is that all of this excess miscellaneous that's everywhere in your head or in your house is ultimately in your head, and then it's interfering with your ability to do what you really want to do, to really assess your values and your priorities and get them done. So Mama Jess here, this is not 1 minute wisdom, but hopefully it's a little nugget of help for you to take the time to trim the fat in your life. Just get rid of it. I don't know anybody who likes to be fat, but it seems like our houses are fat, our heads are fat, full of information, of stuff that we don't even need. And we're constantly glutting ourselves on things, and then we wonder why we're kind of a general sense of being overwhelmed and unhappy. So that's the word for the day. All right, so I encourage you, this is a day I'm sweeping through my house to assess what has kind of like barnacles, like they just start growing, and they're just these little crusty critters everywhere. Like, how did that get there? I'm not using it. I don't want it. I'm going to let it go. But again, I can tell you, you're going to feel afraid. You're going to say, oh no, but really, I might need this. Oh no, I mean, this really is serious. This book on Chinese medicine, I swear I'm going to finally read it. Like, no, you're not. You're not going to read it. Well, I might reference it. When? When are you? You're not. It's been sitting there for years. It's time to let it go. So get a donation box, get out a trash can, have your donation in your trash, and just get to it. All right, that's what I'm doing today, and it feels good because it helps me be more efficient, more clear in my head, and prioritize my life in the things that I really enjoy the most. All right, take care. Till next time. Bye-bye.